A volcano has erupted in southwestern Iceland, spurting out lava fountains more than 100 metres into the air. It began on Monday not far from the town of Grindavik in the most populous region where evacuations have been taking place. Authorities had been expecting the eruption but were left surprised by its size and intensity.
Plumes of smoke and lava on the Reykjavik peninsula in Iceland, following weeks of intense earthquakes. Tourists in the nearby town of Grindavik looked on.
Happened just seeing lava emerge from the ground, even if it's in a particular continent such as this, it's just fascinating to see just nature in action. It's just like something from a movie.
A spectacle for some, but law enforcement in the area is making sure people in this town stay safe.
Now there's an eruption here near Grindavik, and we have cleared the town and the area, and now we're just securing the area and closing every road to the area, and that's just in process now. But then we are just trying to manage the situation here.
Iceland's Coast Guard is on high alert. It released this footage as it surveyed the peninsula to determine the exact size of the eruption. Iceland is no stranger to volcanoes. It currently has 33 active eruptions. That's the highest number in Europe.
This seems to be a few hundred cubic meters per second. This is quite a bit more than the eruptions seen on the peninsula until now, which were quite small in the beginning.
Scientists say it is still unclear how long this one will go on for.
Bjarni Yónsson is a news reporter for the Icelandic National Broadcasting Service, RUV. Iceland's officials say the eruption happened quickly and they describe it as a large event. Tell us more about the situation.
Yeah, it started with a great force just after 10 o'clock last night. Its power was great for the first few hours, but it quickly diminished. But it's a larger eruption. It's a larger event than we expected. The lava flow, like you mentioned before, is many times higher than the eruptions that we've had in the recent years on the Reykjavik Peninsula. It was a few hundred cubic meters, the lava flow per second last night. It's probably around 50 now, but the situation or the location of the eruption is considered optimal now. And if it keeps going like this, things should be fine. But there is still lava flowing towards the town of Grindavik, so there is still risk.
Yeah, we're looking at those pictures, that footage, amazing footage of the lava flows. What sort of threat do they pose, though, for the surrounding communities and also the Blue Lagoon, which a lot of tourists may know?
Yeah, we've had, this is the fourth eruption in the last 3 years, so we have come quite used to this. But the eruption is coming down now, you could say, so the risk is decreasing. But when you have an eruption that is so close to such important infrastructures, there is of course always danger. But thankfully, very few people were in the area when the eruption started. Police had evacuated Grindavik in November after strong seismic activity that damaged houses and roads in Grindavik. But all the people there have been out of their homes since then. But they were hoping they would get back before Christmas, but that's not going to happen now, is it?
What sort of defences are in place? I believe the Prime Minister alluded to recently constructed defences to help the situation.
Yeah, they built defences, large mud walls a few weeks ago, and they've been battling time and weather since then, getting it ready. And it seems like the walls at least will cover the power plant and the Blue Lagoon for now. And if the eruption has slowed down quite a bit, we hope it keeps on slowing down, and we will have like another so-called tourist eruption like we've had before, and then then all the infrastructure should be fine. So we hope it keeps on decreasing.
Lastly, what about the ash and smoke? What sort of danger does it pose?
We had, as you know, eruptions before in 2010 that halted flights all over Europe. That's not going to happen now, and it didn't affect. I think there have been none or almost no effects on flights to and from Iceland, and this eruption will not affect flights at all.
Journalist Bjarni Yónsson there for us in Reykjavik. Thank you very much for talking to DW News.